It is time to talk about these recent celebrity quotes about mama life. We're going to start with Chappell Roan. She was on Call Her Daddy, and her quotes went quite viral.
Yeah, people were pissed. Well,
People
we had
were
a lot to say.
pissed.
Not everyone was pissed, but most people are pissed.
A lot, well, moms were pissed. And
Moms were
then a lot
pissed.
of other people agreed with her. So
Yeah.
she basically said, when talking about her friends who are moms, quote, they don't have light in their eyes. All of my friends who have kids are in hell. I don't know anyone who's happy and has children at this age. Damn.
Damn. hmm
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, here's the thing. I think it's really important that women are able to express their negative feelings about being a mom
Mm,
because it's not for everyone. And when you choose it, I mean, hello, we talk about how hard it is here. We just spent some time talking about how hard it is. There is no question that it is hard. Are there days where you feel miserable? Absolutely. But I think it's burying the lead to say that motherhood is miserable or that all moms are miserable because that's just not true.
right.
Being a mom is genuinely the joy of my life. It is the greatest thing I've ever done. Is it the greatest challenge? Absolutely. And yes, I have moments where I'm miserable, but you are not telling the full story to say mothers are miserable. And it makes me sad because she does have such a huge platform. And I think a lot of younger women are veering away from starting a family or have fears of starting a family because this is how motherhood is painted in the public. And I think a lot of moms took it really personally when she said this. And I don't know that that's fair, but I did have a moment of like, fuck you, not really fuck you, but I was like, well,
Yeah.
what? Like that's not true. And I do think we have to be really honest that it is hard, but it is so worth it. Like, I just can't think of anything I've ever done in this entire life that has meant so much to me and has brought me so much joy.
Mm.
What's your feeling on it?
I was really upset.
Mm,
I think, as we talk about all the time, motherhood is very much an up and down and very much a roller coaster. And there are the lowest lows, especially if you've experienced postpartum. And yeah, days can feel like you are in hell. Like, because you're like, oh my God, this is so freaking hard and miserable, and babies are crying. But there are the highest highs I've ever experienced in my life. And I think what you only see when you are a friend to someone who's a mom is, yeah, you hear them complaining, but you don't see the beautiful picture. And you know what? I'm going to say something kind of controversial right now, and maybe I'll regret it. But I think that the women who are not sure that they want to be moms, who go, throughout their 30s and into their 40s, being like, I don't know if I want to be a mom, they then later in life are like, shoot, now what?
mm.
They're 45 and they're like, should I have had children? And maybe that's not everyone's story, but I have heard many people say things like that. I've read a lot of Reddit threads like, did I make a mistake? Should I have had children? Am I going to be lonely on holidays forever? And that's not why you have children. Like, you have children for a myriad of like different reasons, and it is a big choice and a big responsibility. But I think children are the greatest gift on this planet.
Yeah.
I think they're beautiful. I understand now why they say babies are miracles, because both you and I had such journeys to like create children. And I am so, so, so happy that I did. And I think you're right. It's sad because she has such a platform,
Mhm.
and to tell people like it's so hard. And yeah, it is so hard. We say it all the time. It is so hard, but it's just a season of hardness. It's just everything can be hard depending on where you're at in life. Like, it could be hard when she was probably trying to be an artist and trying to quote make it. I'm sure that felt like hell sometimes. Like that's what life is. Life is ups and it's downs, and don't you want to do it with a family like I do?
Yeah.
And I understand not everybody wants to. I totally understand that. And I'm not trying to like poo-poo anyone's feelings, But for me, at least, I think it's really sad and it is frustrating that you are saying that we're all in hell and we don't have light in our eyes because I have
Yeah.
more light in my eyes in this phase of my life than I ever had.
Yeah, me
Like,
too.
I
More
think you can,
purpose.
yeah, more purpose. I think you can see that in me too. Like, we had really special careers and we did really cool stuff. But don't you think I'm a better, more fulfilled person now as a mom?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you're doing something that, really brings you joy. And I mean,
It's
I
hard.
struggle with it's
Yeah,
hard. I struggle with it because motherhood is a choice.
it is.
And if it's not for you, you shouldn't do it because
Totally
it is fucking hard.
hard.
So she's not wrong. It is hard. There are days we're miserable, but motherhood as a whole, again, I'll say it again in our journalism terms, you are bearing the lead if you say motherhood is miserable because the lead is it is everything. It's
Yes.
joyful. There aren't, I struggle to even find the words to describe how meaningful and how special every single day is with these little itty bitty beings and being the person who gets to help
Hmm.
bring them through this world and like shape them and teach them every little thing. It's so magic. So she's not wrong. It is
Yeah. It's
hard and
hard.
it
There's
can
days,
be
and that's why I
miserable.
said it's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
But that's what parenthood is, and that's what life is. You're
Yeah.
never show me a person who is always up.
Hmm.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna have lows and days when you're in hell, like, wouldn't you want to do it with something that's like so freaking meaningful? And I don't know if that's coming across the way that I want it to come across when I say
Yeah.
it, but I just mean it also brings you such, like you said, magical highs. And there aren't words for what motherhood is. There aren't words for when your little child looks at you for the first time and says, I love you.
Yeah.
That is heaven
Yeah.
to
And
me.
it's one of those things that we've said, you don't know till you know.
Yeah.
And, I don't believe she's come out and said anything to follow up her statement, but it's been interesting to watch how people have swooped in to comment sections because I think when you are a mom, you know that that's not the full picture. So,